Hey there, potential new ruler, and welcome to Ruler School. We are here to teach you everything you need to know to get started in Force of Will in 2024. 2023 was an amazing year for FAO, filled with improvements to the metagame, increases and changes to the ban list, as well as amazing new products and reprints that make getting into the game now easier than ever before, and we want you to join us. So let's go ahead and get started. The best way to get started in Force of Will is to pick yourself up a starter deck. While there haven't been starter decks released since the beginning of Hero Cluster in 2023, we are expecting some new starters at the beginning of the new cluster taking place in 2024, probably Q1. Click the card in the upper corner to go ahead and be taken to our Hero Cluster starter deck opening, as well as a showcase of those two decks playing against each other, just to take a look at how each starter deck functions until we get our new starter decks in 2024. Another amazing product that you should definitely consider picking up to get started in Force of Will is called Masterpiece 1 Pilgrim Memories. This is a new type of product released for Force of Will that is designed to kind of reintroduce old rulers, as well as provide amazing new support and tons of Wanderer staple reprints. The first one releases in January 26th of 2024 and is going to include 180 cards with 3 brand new support cards for all of the original Grim Cluster rulers, as well as reprints for those rulers, and tons of amazing support, plus new art reprints of some of their most classic support cards, plus a ton of amazing Wanderer staple reprints that you will want to have absolutely out the gate to be able to start playing competitive Force of Will. Pilgrim Memories is designed to be able to build any deck you want right out of the box, so it's definitely something that if you can't find starter decks is an excellent way to jump in. Just buy a box and put together a deck with what you pull. Force of Will's competitive format is called Wanderer. It makes use of any cards that were printed starting in Grim Cluster all the way through the most recent set release. The only changes to that is that you have the banned and combination ban list. The ban list is cards that you cannot use at all, regardless of what deck you're using, and the combination ban list says you can use these two cards individually, but you can't ever use them together. You can't even swap between the two cards with your main and sideboard. You just cannot use those two cards together in any deck list. Ban lists are updated along every single set release, which takes place every 3 months. There's also a way to play Force of Will in a more casual multiplayer environment thanks to Arcana Battle Coliseum format. You can click the card in the upper corner to go ahead and watch our video explaining a little bit about how that works, what the deck construction is, and some example decks. Force of Will set design does come out in the form of clusters, which are usually like thematic examples of like locations or timelines that we're taking place in, stories that kind of centralize multiple sets releases to be thematically connected to one another. Clusters have been 3, 4, or even 6 sets based on the amount of storyline that the company wanted to tell, or the amount of support that they wanted to provide for the rulers within those clusters. One thing to keep in mind with Force of Will is that as a tier 2 size game, we do have smaller print runs in general. Usually print runs are produced to a pre-order plus a percentage, so it's always really helpful to try to talk to your LGS or find an online retailer like Odyssey Games to be able to get your pre-orders in. That way you can ensure you get product, and the more pre-orders that come in, the more product will eventually get printed for that extra percentage. If you're trying to work with a store to get yourself started as an official Force of Will store, you can check the official website or a link in the description to send in an email to try to get signed up to be an official store, which means you can get the official tournament software as well as amazing monthly promos. You'll also want to make sure to talk to distributors if you haven't already. These ones on the screen are the main ones that carry Force of Will in the United States, but there are others. From there, it's about getting plugged into different communities. You can always join our community or check out our official website for all kinds of cool news and articles or discussions that we do. You can check out our official Discord, as well as the Force of Will Global Discord and Facebook group. These are great places to engage in discussion, ask questions, meet new players, as well as find ways to play both on untapped.in purely virtually in your browser or with webcam games. Many of the servers also host online events, whether that be weekly, monthly, or quarterly. You should also be sure to follow the official Force of Will TCG YouTube channel. The link is in the description. They put out videos fairly regularly that give great updates on the game as well as upcoming sets, including any big announcements that might come out, like changes to cards or erratas or upcoming ban lists or upcoming events. You're definitely going to want to get plugged in so you can stay on top of all the information and be the most informed possible. Regardless of what product you pick up and how much you pick up, you're going to certainly want to learn how to play Force of Will, and we have you covered for that too. We have an updated Learn to Play video, as well as a series of 101 shorts that we've created that go into specific breakdowns of like individual concepts or topics or archetype mechanics. Links to both of those are in the description, or you can click the card in the upper corner to be taken right to our how to play video right now. With that little quick rundown out of the way, we hope you feel prepared to be able to start your Force of Will journey in 2024. It has truly been an amazing ride. The game continues to grow, but it needs players like you continuing to spread the word, play, and learn in order to help it continue to grow, and we think 2024 is just the year to do it. As always, feel free to ask questions and be sure to subscribe to this channel so you can stay up to date on the content we produce out every single week. But until next time, this has been DMO73 saying class dismissed.